Hi, and welcome to our Facebook Live Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. I'm Jez.
And I'm Jill.
And we do a live crafting session on the first Saturday of every month in our Facebook group. So if you would like to join us live on our group, then pop over to Facebook and join us. Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. Is that all right?
Yes, perfect.
So I'm making a Christmas tag, putting a little bit of vintage retro in with it as well. It's not all current stuff, the paper is. That's probably about it, but that's the way I roll. So made a little pouch here and then got a tag there. You can write a message. I did think you could put a little pocket on it and you could put in a little gift card. I've obviously made this like for a journal because that's my bag. So I thought it could be a floating pocket on a journal page and you clip it in with a paper clip, or you could stick it down, and I thought you could stick it down on three sides and have a second pocket on the side.
Or you could stick it on a card blank and make it into a card.
Yeah, you could do that. You could just do the tag. So yeah, that's what I decided to make. I'm doing a little bit of a challenge on making Christmas things, and this week we're doing tags, so that's what I've done. So I've used Painted Christmas, which is a carryover from last year, and it's there on page 29 of the catalogue. You might miss it if you didn't know it was there. Now, I clearly used a lot of it last year because I had 5.5 sheets left.
Oh.
And I only had half a pack because we would have shared it. So that's the sheet I used on this one. I'm going to go, I think, with this sheet for this one. The obviously double-sided. I like that. I've got an idea for that for something else. Pine cones. So they don't. It's not necessarily just for Christmas, this paper,
No.
which is something I like, because then it's got more longevity on it. So I'm going to go for this one.
Pretty, that sheet.
Yeah, I liked it, and I think I can vintage it up nicely because that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to cut it down in half to 6 by 12 in the first instance. Don't need that half. And then the tag is 3 by 6, so I'm just going to cut 3 inches there. Make sure it's bang on the 3 because that's important for the pouch. So that's going to be the tag. And then for the pouch, we're going to cut it at 6.5 inches. So we've got a little bit of a spare bit, so you could use that for a pocket. And I'm going to do the scoring on my scoreboard because although you can score on the trimmer, you just got more accuracy, I think, on the scoreboard. So I want to make this envelope for this to fit in. It's a 3-inch thing, but I'm going to make it 3 1/8 so that it slips in and out nicely. So we are going to score at 3 1/8 and then 6 1/4. So we just got a little 1/4 inch flap to fold over. And then for the bottom piece, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And that's what allows you to have that little sticky up bit of the tag, which I like. So just fold and burnish it all. Obviously double-sided, you can choose whichever side you like best. But for what I'm going to decorate this with, I wanted this lighter colour.
Yeah, it's nice.
So that is that. So then we've got to cut a few bits away. So the seam goes to the back. So before I do that, I want a little I mean, it's not 100% necessary to do a little divot like that. Now, I would probably use a circle punch, but as I'm using quite a bit of retired stuff, I thought I'd use some current as well. So I'm just using the double over punch, and so that's why it's got that little bit of a scalloped edge. So we're just eyeballing it to sort of be in the center. Got a bit of a punch there, and that's my divot at the top. It's just easier to do before you stick it all together. So then we can do some little snipping. I'm going to bring in my long scissors because I do want to do a big snip. So we'll just snip that bit, snip that bit, snip that bit, and then just going to snip that. So that's that bit's the one that's going to fold back, and this is the bit that's going to come off. And I'm just going to cut up a little bit slightly so that it folds over better. So you've come in.
You're cutting on the inside of the core line. Yeah.
So that when that folds over, it's gone up a bit so that that will fold up. Okay, maybe gone a tad too high there, but don't bother me. Right, so I like vintage, so that has to be now vintaged up. I'm using soft suede and my blending brush, and where's my little bit of there we go, a little bit of grid mat. Do my blending on. So you could do this on the full sheet before you started, but I might do something else with that bit I've cut off. So there we go. So just a little bit of inking around that, because it will be going in a vintage project, because that's what I do. So that's that, and then I'm coming in with my bit of sponge to give the ends.
Carol's saying what a good idea for the oval punch.
Yeah, well, we don't have any circle punches anymore that are in the catalogue, although they're staring at me in my little punch thing right now. Never going to get rid. Why would you? And what I like when I've done that, because I did the I don't know if you can see, because I did the blending with that closed over, it's picked up the line from underneath, and I like that. That makes it look like it's been sat there for years.
All right.
There we go. So that's that. I'm just going to do a little bit behind here because you're going to see that a bit. Although it's not too bad. The other one, it was white and red, so I had to make sure on the inside of that I gave it a good ink. Okay, so whilst we've got the inking out, I'm just going to quickly do this one.
What would you have done without the blending brushes?
Well, I already had makeup brushes, so I would have used them. Or I've got some brushes that are a bit like this. I mean, this is a makeup brush, but I've got actual ink blending brushes that are a little bit like that. Or you can use one of these, but you do get a little bit of marks with one of these, which I've now put on there, but in my demonstration of why I don't like it. Right, so that's that. For now, get rid. So I'm going to glue this together She says, looking around for a glue. Are you going to play ball with me and come out? Yes. There we go. A little bit of Tombow. You can do the flap on the outside or the inside. I like them on the outside. You know, I like sweetie bags. There we go. So that's that. So I've got a bit of tea dyed paper to stick that on so that got something to write on, write a message, and it gives it a little bit of extra strength.
Oh, Pritt stick. I've not seen one of those for a long while.
I know. I like them. I think they've got better.
Yeah.
And I like them when I'm gluing like a whole sheet like this, so that I know every inch is covered. However, I don't trust it completely, so then I add glue.
I once made a card making friend a card, and I stuck it with Pritt stick. And a few weeks after she received it, she said, "I don't know whether to tell you, but it fell apart when I opened it." Won't ever use that again then.
No, they are a lot better. I know I used to have them in school, you know, as a teacher in school, and they always dried up, but partly that was because the kids never put the lids back on. And so I was always anti glue sticks, but in the junk journaling world, people use them all the time. So I decided to give them a whirl, and I did practice. So that's 2 sheets there. I glued that in February of 2021, and it's still stuck together. So I did do a bit of practice,
a bit of research.
Yeah, and so I know that they will stay together quite nicely. So there we go. There's that. So I'm just going to trim this down. I often just use my scissors, and then I'm like, no, that's not good enough. I like my straight edges to be straight.
Yeah. Ali says, that's it, Jez. Embrace your inner glue stick experience.
Yeah. I do go through a lot of glue sticks. I buy them in packs of like 20 at a time. But then,
oh my God.
I probably go through a glue stick a week.
Oh gosh. I haven't used a glue stick in years.
Yeah, I use them all the time.
School, I think.
Yeah. There we go. So that's me tag ready. That's my envelope ready. That will go nicely slipping in and out because we gave it that extra little bit of size. Going to use my favorite punch in the whole wild world.
I still forgot to put on my last order.
Oh, just love it. Love it, love it, love it. There we go. Nice little tag top. Now it does have a little slip for it, but I did buy myself a Succumbed. I've wanted this for a long time. It's not Stampin' Up, but us junk journalers, we love this. And it gives you that shape.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Love it. So I'm using it. So get rid of them. You can keep these. They make quite nice photo corners.
Yeah, I saw someone advertising that the other day online.
Yeah. And then I just come back in with my blending brush because obviously I've missed the top of the tag, but also to give that opening a little bit of a... So with the brushes, it gets in so you can get on both sides. Quite like. How am I doing for time? Because I'm realising I'm...
Yeah, you're right. It's 1:45.
That's okay. Not a huge amount of time for the decorating, but enough. Right, I have done some prep for my decorating. So I am using last year's Memories and More cards. for these. So I did a little bit of cutting out on my Scan and Cut before we came on, a few little bits. It didn't want to cut that. Tried 3 times, it didn't want to cut that. So they've been cut out of these bigger cards. So I thought, which is why I went for this lighter colour, I thought that would sit on the front quite nicely.
Oh, Hazel Ann said you're frozen. You're not frozen for me, so.
Oh. Or is she just because it's cold?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It has been quite cold.
So that's what I thought I'd put on the front of that. So I literally Scan and Cut it before I came online. So I'm just going to smooth down the edges a bit. And then ink the edges a tad. Where's my little inker gone? There it is. Just go a bit round the edges. You can of course decorate with whatever you want. And I know I usually buy the Christmas Memories and More every year, but I ain't got this year's.
They're quite good value, aren't they? Maybe you can make a lot of cards, you know, you can make
a lot of cards, and I use them sort of in my journaling as well. Yeah. So I want to put a ribbon around this. I was thinking that maybe I could use this one. Or I might go back to red because it's got red in it. Oh, I've got this red from years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Quite like that one.
Very Christmassy.
Isn't it? Yeah, going to do that. So what I did was I put it all round, and then I put the join at the front so that the topper covers it.
So you waste no ribbon.
Yes. That's always my my intention. My trusty fast fuse, eyeballing the middle-ish. I'm using this wood grain to help me, but like wood grain's not exact, is it?
No. You need a grid mat.
I know, but I haven't used a grid mat in ages. There we go. That'll do nicely. Where's my little... I realise I'm getting all crowded. I end up getting all crowded on my desk.
Yeah, I sometimes think they could see the outside of the grid mat, you know, because I have my camera focused on the grid mat, and outside the grid mat there's all this mess, but the grid mat is clear.
Yeah, I've got so much mess around the edges of my desk, but yeah. Because I've got everything to hand. There we go. Want that at the top. This was designed to go that way, but I thought it would work going on the side. And then I've got the stickers. Oh, in here, got a whole pot of things. Jingle All the Way is what I was thinking I could use on this one. So I'm just going to use my blending brush there, change the colour ever so slightly, and I'm going to not put the banner because it is too big, and I'm thinking I'm going to split up the words. There we go. Oh, let me put the lid on my Tombow because otherwise that'll dry out and I can't use it. Where's my little... So... Just thinking that this will be better. Going to ink the edges. It's all in the inking. I'd make things twice as quick if I didn't ink, but then I don't think they'd look as nice.
Wow, it adds that vintagey touch, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Jingle. And this is why I went for the bells, because I thought, oh, I like that sentiment. And that's why I went.
So Hazel's saying, how's your carpet?
As my carpet. It's still visible. There are a few boxes that need unpacking. I am aware of that. It's no way has it got anywhere near as bad as it was. But I just think I am not going to ever be, you know, really, really tidy. Yeah. It's just not in me.
You just have to make your peace with that, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. It's just the way it is. And it is. What currently needs putting away I can live with.
Yeah, I have to make my peace with the fact that my house is never going to be as tidy as I want it to be while I live with Jeff and whatever kids are here.
Yeah, I think that's what Ed's like. It's like, oh, I know he can't bear some of the things that I've got in the lounge at the moment, and he tries every now and again to like make the pile more tidy. Yeah. Yeah. So there's less bits hanging out of the pile, you know. I come down in the morning and it's like, oh, he's been in and he's shuffled them so that they're neater. And then every now and again he kind of thinks enough is enough, and he picks it up and he puts it on the chair of my of my craft room. So that's my front bit. How am I doing for time? Can I quickly do this?
Yeah. It's 52.
52,
14,
just about.
52.
So I cut that out because I quite liked that. I got that sentiment ready, and I did think that that might sit on the inside of that little circle.
So is that the bottom frame? Is that from a Memories and More card as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which has also been, so it's the other side of that holly that was on,
right, yeah,
on the other tag. Quite like these sets now because you get like 6 of each.
Yeah.
So, like in this instance, I wanted both sides of the card.
Yeah.
And well, that's okay. I can use both sides of the card. So I've got that, and then I did use one of our dies and I cut up some Christmas lights and I did colour one in. Can't find it, not going to use it. That's from the natural prints, and I just think that little reef's lovely. So I think I might put that behind. And I do like a bit of music. I like to see the them things.
Triple
Clefs.
clef?
Yeah.
Triple clef.
Triple clef. I like to see them. Bit of me thinks it needs a little bit of red.
Mm. Yeah.
A little bit of red. Got a Santa hat. That looks ridiculous, Jez. Got things in here. I could put a red ribbon on it, couldn't I?
Oh, you could.
Oh, I'm going to put that. I'm going to put one of that on it, so that'll give us a bit of red there.
Coordinate. Yeah, that'll coordinate as well.
And oh, I could maybe not use that and use that. I've got two of these.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Thinking it might. Think that might go. That's a bigger version of the same thing. This is what I do. This is why it takes me so long. I hadn't planned this. I think I might do that. Right. Just give me some blending and then we'll be read.
I see now why you use soft suede so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I use soft suede for everything. I just think it's a lovely colour to use.
Is there a project you don't use soft suede on? You do it on everything?
Probably not. Well, unless I'm doing a black and white.
Yeah.
Get a bit more. But because this is like one of the first stamp sets I bought, I've bought a brand new soft suede for stamping. Oh, right. Because obviously with using it with brushing and that all the time, you're taking ink out of it all the time. So yeah. I do re-ink a lot.
Yeah.
And so I thought I'm just going to get one that's dedicated to stamping. So yeah, getting in a right old mess here. But thankfully, a bit of it's off camera, so you can't see. So here we go. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on the other side, but I might do that after. So let's stick this down. It's thin paper. I'm going to put a bit of glue stick on this.
Belt and braces.
Yeah, just to make sure. This is a very old vintage bit of music paper as well, from an old hymnal. I can't find it. It's obviously gone somewhere in my tidying up, and I can't find it because I wanted to find a Christmas hymn.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know where it's gone. It's probably sulking somewhere going, she cuts me up. How can she do that? That's been printed on a misprint. Don't like to waste paper. So these are all public domain images that I've sourced. And I just like mixing. I just think I like to show that Stampin' Up's not just for, you know, colour coordinating cards and what have you. You can use it in all sorts. There we go. Put that down about there. And then stick this one down. That's that nice holly that went on the prototype. Well, we want the prototype. I've made it. After that, it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's just like all those Christmas holidays we've had in America, and that just plays on every shop. So a little bit of this to match the front. So that'll do there. This is nice because you can like follow the diagonal on the ribbon, and then a little bit of twine. What colour Baker's twine shall I pull out today? That one. That'll do. Got so much Baker's twine. I could have actually. No, Parakeet Party is the one we've got in the.
Yeah, a bit bright.
Bit too bright. That. Don't like it at the best of times. Do like Baker's twine. That's what I used on the original one. Where's my end gone? There it is.
I just usually use linen thread for doing things like that.
Yeah, I would normally, but I just wanted it to be green and red, to be festive.
Yeah.
So
Martin, whatever his name is, Martin's Mayhem.
Yeah.
Made a really nice card the other day with, you know, the Christmas banners set I've got. And he did it on crumb cake. He did it red and green, but he did it on crumb cake. And it was really nice. I hadn't thought about, you know, doing it on that colour background. It was really nice.
I like crumb cake. That's another thing I use a lot of. There we go. Do a little bit of faffing now.
Has to be done.
Well, yeah. And then just want to do a bit of stamping on that side. What am I going to stamp? I'm going to stamp that. I think.
What did you say?
Hmm?
Oh, it's a leaf, it's not a word.
Yeah, no. I just like to just put a little something on the back of my tags. There we go. I just can't believe that I've got my desk so messy on a live. That is ridiculous.
Only a little bit of it.
So there we go. That is that one. Can't even find the original.
Oh, we've seen it.
So there we go.
Oh, classy. Helen says classy.
Oh, thank you. So they'll go in a Christmas journal. I'd probably do a December daily again. Quite like them. So yeah, that's my little thing, and you can adapt them for other things as well if you're not into journal making.
Yeah, maybe I'll case it and do a clean and simple version.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, I'll come back up. Thank you for watching. Now why don't you go, there's a link down below and you can pop across and see what Jill has made during the live as well, and why don't you join us on our Facebook group next time. Okay, bye for now.
Bye.